Good evening, friends. My name is Paige Stuart. Thanks so much for joining me for another Yoga with Paige. Today, I have a simple and easy 4-pose sequence for decompression from our day. So this would be a really great evening or winding down practice. So let's get started. Get comfortable in a legs up the wall position. So if a wall is not available to you, I'll show you what it looks like. This is called Waterfall Pose. It's just laying on your back with your legs straight up, feet above the knees, above the hips. We've got one nice line here. So with our legs elevated, we're allowing for blood to drain all the way down into our torso here, into our hips. That way we can bring fresh new blood and nutrients into our legs when we come out of this inversion. So if this is your option, if a wall is not available to you, if you do have, a wall available to you, just like I do, I'm gonna rotate and get my booty all the way up to the baseboard here. Yeah. And I'm gonna extend the legs up the wall. Our arms can be down by our sides. So settling in here, we'll be here for just a few minutes. So we're feeling the weight of the feet leaning down into the knees. And the knees leaning down into the hips. And we're allowing gravity to work with us here. Elevating the feet above the heart is incredible for our body. It downregulates our nervous system. It allows fresh, new blood and circulation to happen. So tune into some big belly breaths here. Big inhale through the nose, fill the belly like a balloon. And exhale, empty completely. Take a few more rounds. Beautiful. Where we're going next is, so if you're in waterfall without the wall, so legs up the wall without the wall, like I demoed, we're going into happy baby. So whether you're on the wall or not, begin to take a deep bend in the knees here. Our soles of the feet are reaching up towards the ceiling. We're going to reach up with our hands to grab the soles of our feet. We can grip there. We can take peace fingers around the big toes, whatever feels accessible to you. Now, what we don't want to happen is to curl up, right? We don't want our shoulders all curled up. We don't want it to be at the expense of our shoulders. So if this is not available to us to grip our feet, what we can do is just grip our shins or just below the knees. Okay, we want our shoulders nice and soft and stress-free, struggle-free, and relaxing against the mat, okay? Wherever you are is perfectly fine, perfectly wonderful variation and modification. Just find a little comfort here, find some stillness, and then find your breath. We'll be here for just a few rounds. Beautiful. Fill the belly and then empty completely. Awesome. To come out of this pose, if you're on the wall, go ahead and release the feet, roll over to one side. And then we actually are going to situate on our back. So I'm going to be ending up facing the other direction, which is just fine. It's a nice change of perspective. If you were in Waterfall and then to Happy Baby, you can just nice and gently come on down to your back. Moving into a gentle twist here. So first start by bringing both knees in towards the chest, giving a nice squeeze. So we're creating compression in the legs against the belly here, in the hips. Feel the belly expand, balloon with breath into the thighs on the inhales, and then on every exhale, feel the belly pull away from the thighs as you empty completely. Beautiful. Take a big inhale to fill the body with breath. And as you exhale, release the arms out by the side, and then go ahead and take both bent knees over towards the right. We're in a really nice, gentle supine twist here. Twists are amazing for cleansing and wringing out the organs. They're amazing for rinsing the digestive system and soothing any stress and anxiety. So get as heavy as you can in this pose. Make any tweaks or gentle movements that you need, that you deem necessary to find a new level of comfort. So what can you soften just a little bit more? Come back to the big belly breathing. We'll stay for a few rounds. One more full round of breath here. And then nice and slow, we'll bring both knees back to center. Give them a nice before we take it to the other side. So arms can come out to a T, and then legs come over to the left. So do the same here. Any gentle adjustments to find your deepest level of comfort. How can you surrender just a little bit more? Bring the mind back to the breath and the breath back to the belly. One more full round. Nice and deep, nice and slow. Beautiful. Gently, very slowly making your way back to center, and then extending the legs long down the mat, moving into our final pose, Shavasana. Shavasana is our arms extended down by our side. They can be out at an angle a little bit if that feels good. You can widen the legs on your mat if that feels nice. So finding this lying down position that feels best for you. Shavasana is so important in that it seals the goodness of our entire practice. So we had our legs at the wall, we did some inversions, we did some twists, we got into the hips a little bit with Happy Baby. These are really, really powerful 4 poses to help down-regulate the nervous system. Wind down, that's what we're doing. After a long day. So finding comfort and rest for a few moments in Shavasana, softening any part of the body that you're still feeling tension. And then stay with the breath. Perhaps a thought of gratitude sweeps through of a moment from today that brought you great joy, or perhaps great gratitude, or great surprise, or great love. Recalling one moment of your day and take a moment to celebrate it and to celebrate you. I would encourage you to remain in Shavasana as long as you find it comfortable. How often are we laying on our backs in stillness and in silence in today's world? That's why this pose is so incredibly powerful and simple. And it might not be easy for some. It might be very difficult for you to lay here in stillness, and that's okay. Just keep showing up, and it will become easier with every time that you do it. If you are ready to move on and out of Shavasana, then gently take a bend in the knees, plant the feet on the mat, and slowly roll over to your favorite side. We'll pause there for just a moment. And then using this top arm, we'll press down into the ground, the mat, as we make our way back to a seated position. This is where I will leave you, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me for a decompression practice, decompressing the body from our day. So thank you for joining me. My name is Paige Stuart. This is another Yoga with Paige. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time today. See you next time.